Hello everybody, my name is Nevalon and welcome in today's PvP video. After 4 months of not posting any PvP video, I finally got some footage for you. So today is going to be Iop 3v3 strength with 3 different builds, 3 different matches. Usually I wanted to for 3v3 post show 2 matches, but it's going to be I guess between 2 or 3, depends when what kind of footage I've got. Today I have 3 different matches and I'm gonna comment on them, on all of them, and explain you also why am I using 3 different builds. So the first build, the first match, I'm playing with the AP pair strength set, using 3 Kamasterisk part of the set, which is the cloak, amulet and the boots, 3 parts of the grid drill set, and then solar shield, 2 parts also of the crastic, which is a hammer and the ring. And obviously we're playing with the Bow Wow plus AP and 50 AP pair. Obviously, as for 3v3, you always want to play with the Pride deck, whether it's iridescent or shiny, it's up to your choice. And we got Ivory and Abyssal, which are not really replaceable, so don't the 3 empty spots as usual are the spots where you can put the X up to your choice. And this is going to be the first build I was playing in the first match. Second build is going to be my personal theory craft that I got, and I was playing with on my Iop with this build quite a few times, and I kind of like this build. Slightly more on damage. The resistances are maybe worse than to the meta stuff, but I like the damages on it, and that's my personal. That's, as I said, it's my personal build that I created. The resistances are only maybe the thing that really kind of bothers me. But let's get to what we're using it. So we got, again, now this time we got 3 parts of the depth set, now with the necklace, 3 parts of the Brucey set, we got Rainital belt and the Volan diadem. And then I'm using for the cloak the 1000 excuses for the mostly for the resistances. It's not about the MP because I'm fine totally with playing with the 5 MP like over here I would, but I cared about fixing the resistances over here. And I'm using the Scrot for the AP and initiative. I'm not using Ochre personally, but if you want you can switch to Ochre if you wanna play in this build. So yeah, same thing, Pride deck, Abyssal and Ivory. And the last build is pretty classic. If you haven't seen this build yet ever since the 3.0 update, then yeah, this is the very classic strength build for any melee character, which is contains Grid Driller 3 parts, Volcanic 2 parts, obviously for that high pushback resistance, plus the resistances from the set, which is like 5 right now. After the nerf, it's 5% earth and fire. So still good in stats, and you're using 3 parts of the depth set again. And I'm playing this build obviously with the Rykke RL, which is like one of the strongest legendary items at the moment, especially for like classes like that are playing melee strength. So Iop, Sakri, Panda, Forge Lance, whatever else. Very strong legendary item, mainly for the shields on the distance. And I'm again using Scrot. Normally people play with the Dragoturki, but in my case on the Iop I decided to get rid of the Ochre and put the Scrot instead, which is fine if you want to like use it in this way in your case, but you can replace it as I said to the Dragoturki like it's in the classical build. I had this footage of the Iop for like a week or 2 right now, but I was trying to finish up the compilation from the event, but now I got time and I want to post the video before the Osamoda's update beta will come up, because after the beta is up I also maybe want to do some content from the new Osamodas, but I will try at least. And I wanna definitely mess around with the class a lot, because I'm very curious also about the dimension, but mostly it's about Osamoda's class that I'm interested about. And you're gonna see also in this video the old Osamodas in like probably for one of the last times right now before the rework comes in to the live servers. So yeah, I think that without any further ado, let's get into the first match. Alright, here we are, first match where I'm using the AP Pere build. And the reason behind it is because I saw mainly the Enutrov, which can be played as a AP reduction build, and Eniripsa is addition, but also mostly in this meta people are playing any Ripsa with the strength pushback. And it wasn't much. It was the case also in this match. My team is Iliochop Intelligence, Strength Chance Fortune, and I'm obviously playing Strength Iop. Enemy is, I believe it's Strength or Strength Chance Sadida. Enutrov I think was Strength, and any Ripsa Strength Pushback. My Ilio is gonna be overall this match you're watching right now. Is gonna be a bit awkward, especially if you look at my Ilio. He's right now just casually buffing, which is fine, you know, nothing special. He cannot do much in turn 1 anyway. But yeah, just watch. He's playing with the Brute Attacks wand as well, but that's on a side note. Okay, I'm buffing, I'm going shielding my Fortunes, and I'm also stacking already the Fit of Rage, thinking that I might gonna use it obviously on the enemies, but it's not going to be the case. Already could say that, but yeah. But this is how you use it whenever you cast Virtue on your ally. You can just you lower your power, so you do less damage on your ally as well, and you do it on a shield, so you can get the free stack if you're playing with the Virtue of Rage. And I'm not playing Wrath here because they have Enutrov, and the Bribery spell can counter the Wrath. That's why I'm not using that spell. I'm also playing with the Prosecution instead of Power because they have a lot of sustain, and Prosecution is very good for the free erosion. 20% for 2 AP in range is way better than 10% from the pressure, even if it damages, but like, you know, just for the erosion. Prosecution is very comfortable, and in certain situations like this. Okay, my Fortlands rushed and got pushed away. Now is again the turn of my Ilio, and Ilio is about to buff me up now, and this time puts the portals a bit further, closer to the Enutrov, and I'm gonna take the advantage of this in a moment. You're about to see. About his Brute Attacks wand, maybe I'm gonna comment later or like at the end, but overall, let's say if the enemies have erosion, then Brute Attacks wand is not the greatest. Also, playing Brute Attacks wand when you play Ilio, come on. Especially if it's Intelligence Ilio. There's no point, basically. Okay, minus AP on me and plus AP for the Enutrov. Okay, I'm taking the advantage going in, and I'm gonna do one slight mistake, which is not fine, not bad, because Enutrov is not locking me, luckily, so I can get the first stack by hitting the Pygmacia, or by hitting the any Ripsa. I did Prosecution and Precipitation already. Okay, I'm getting the first stack, and because I see that I can already destroy the tree, I knew that I'm gonna eventually do the fourth cast on my Strategist, and I'm taking the good zone over here to do quite a lot of half HP done and on erosion. Applied another 10% of the erosion to break the ivory in between that, if you didn't notice. And with the AP buff, it's very comfortable, especially if there's like so many entities, and those entities are not your allies. I'm overall playing most of the actually now that I'm playing all the time, especially when I'm playing with the Hammerture, with the Strategist rather than with the variant, which is the 2 AP pushback spell. Okay, my Fortunes going in, erodes another. Now Enutrov is on 50% erosion, and they are going to play quite passively this game. I got a bunch of shields, so I was pretty confident knowing that I have erosion, knowing that I have Ilio on my team, and overall he's playing very passive. I knew that I could just go in like that and they wouldn't be much of a trouble, and it was like it was the case in this example. Don't mind me also commenting on the right side on my chat. I wasn't using my voice, and yeah, don't mind it basically. Okay, my Ilio pretends to exist. Something buffing, kills the shovel. Okay, distancing, whatever. Enemy any Ripsa. Let's see how much it's gonna stack up the vials, and here goes the war cry, which was kind of weak, honestly. This game overall like seems like doing very weak damage on the strength pushback. Very weird. But here now, take a look at me. I'm taking the first stack on the trunk, friction on the Strategist to pull it closer to me, and I'm taking also advantage of the life tree, taking it down, and Enutrov is very eroded, like already probably half of his HP, maximum vitality is gone, and he is right now on 1600 HP. I took the fact that I could go for such a zone with 11 AP being buffed from the, I think it was still a buff from, I believe, not sure if it was Abyssal plus the buff from Ilio. I don't want to like go back now and check, but the fact that I had this much AP after using the precipitation is crazy. Pull out, so everybody are now gravity and minus 100 MP spell, and yeah, 100 MP. I don't know why I said spells, but yeah, 100 MP. And this is going to be very passive turn. They overall don't have much of a damage. Forge Lance is right now unmovable, so the Eniripsa can do just regular strength damage on him. Cannot really push him. My Ilio now, I mean, he has not much of a choice, but really, I actually play like the AFK turn, but I think this is the time. Oh, this is very, very nice heals on distance from the Brute Attack Wand, and it's nice, but if, let's say that, if enemies would have erosion, Brute Attack Wand can be actually, as much as it's good heals, at the same time it does good, pretty okay damage, and when you're eroded, it can be a problem, because if you're like eroded and you get hit by Brute Attack Wand, other than heals, you also lose maximum vitality, which hurts, and I don't recommend this weapon in most of the cases. Okay, I'm just going Fit of Rage, thinking that this time maybe I'm gonna use it. A little passive turn, buffing up, here goes the weapon skill, breaking the ivory from Sadida, because why not? I killed the trunk as well. And so, Enutrov now doesn't have MP because of the pullout spell. And I believe he's gonna just go, like, swap with something. He's gonna, they overall play very passive, but Enutrov is in a big trouble, and the erosion makes here a huge difference. This is like, yeah, I just got very good zones in this match, and that's what that's what I wanted to show you about it. If you get such a zones, it's just hard to resist to not take them, and I've learned it also as playing Iop. Now, speaking of zones, Forge Lance is taking the zones and attracting all the both Eniripsa and Enutrov next to himself, and cast Holmgang. So whenever they will try to get out of this glyph, they will be pulled and they will receive the damage from the best element. Now, Sadida stacking up the trees, some sort of like heals, continues. This Sadida also is pretty AFK for this match, for these turns, but I don't know. Both, I feel like Sadida and Iliochop are very unique players, because if it comes to Enutrov, it makes sense. I mean, the guy literally lost his entire life. Enutrov is trying to figure out how to properly do the redirection, and wow, this is going to be a first time I think where he tries to hit, even though he's not doing it for the portals, but better this than nothing. It's kind of, that's what I'm saying. This match is one of the weird ones, and here we go. This is the Forge Lance glyph, the Holmgang spell that he casted, pulled the Eniripsa in, pushing a little bit the Iliochop out. And now I'm jumping in and I'm trying to think of the zones on how to maybe try to kill this Enutrov, but also not to hit my Forge Lance. Here goes the double Sword of Iop and then double Pig Mace Chop on the very low damage. And here goes the Enutrov. It's down right now, so that's about, it's pretty much ready to GG. Even if my Ilya doesn't really exist much in this game, they already have also non-existent already Enutrov, let's say. So let's say that now it's equal. So now I think this is the time when Sadida will try to do some damage, and oh, there we go. Force of Nature, not Forge. And it does good damage, but it's just going to be one cast, even if it's on 2 targets. Tries to still survive, but this is kind of like the game over. As I was like right now recording the audio, I had to stop at some point, and I had to break it. So I think I didn't say about like the Prosecution. Also, why am I playing Prosecution instead of the power buff? Oh, nice. Brute Attacks want 1000 heals. It's a very good heals, but Possessed Hammer is overall safer, because, as I said, erosion. If enemy have erosion and you're eroded and you get healed with the Brute Attacks, you're gonna lose a lot of maximum vitality. So, Prosecution is good over here because they have very 3 characters that can actually heal a lot. So any Ripsa, Sadida, and Anuchov, they have a lot of sustain. That's why I went for the Prosecution. In total, it lets me apply even up to 40% erosion. I was speaking about I'm already going now on a Ripsa. I don't think I really need to comment much in this particular match. Because as I said, it's pretty much game over, so yeah, I'm just gonna explain the pick of the Prosecution. But power is still fine, but in case of like such a matchups where you have like these classes of 3 or like even like something like Masquerader is, or into Masqueraders is also good to have a Prosecution if it's like let's say composition is like Sadida, Masquerader, and I don't know, I don't know what could be like, I don't know, Eka flip, let's say, to make a sense of that comp that I'm like trying to give as an example. Then yeah, you have already like 3 classes that into which already Eka flip and Sadida, into which you also want a lot of erosion, and if you also don't know if you can rely on your teammates, like my Forgeance is maybe playing the erosion spell, but many times I've seen Forgeance playing the minus effect, which is the variant, and that pretty much that spell, the AoE erosion that Forgeance have, is the only erosion spell they can, the only spell that can erode from them. So if they have the variant, I know they have no erosion, and you know you cannot rely sometimes on the randoms. Okay, here goes. Okay, this Warcry didn't like reach me because I believe it's 3 cells, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's 4. Maybe I'm wrong. I would have to check it right now. But anyway, very low damage. Oh, another way of using strategist, if especially if you're playing with Rykke, you just place it next to the target and then you hit with the hammerture. This way you hit the enemy and the strategist at the same time, and you do a lot of neutral damage. And what I'm saying with the Rykke is I'm gonna talk about it in a third match as well, but basically because Rykke also removes range damage, so Pygmeisha might not be ideal in many cases. Okay, it's just Sadida left, and the match should be over right now. You gonna leave? Yeah, I guess he's still playing, so let him do the turn. Let's finish that up. But overall, yeah, the game was over the moment I jumped in and I did the massive AoEs on the Anuchov. But yeah, I guess Sadida wants to give a try to something or see something. What's gonna happen? Come on, it's game over at this point. And on turn 5, you already could leave for free. And there we go. Go to the next match. And here goes the match with the build that I was showing. There's my personal one. At the start of this match, you could have seen which I'm talking about. This time we are playing with the Wrath, and I'm still again using Prosecution because I see Osamodas, Eniripsa, and Ilio. 3 characters that can possibly heal. I mean, yeah, that depends on which build is Osamodas, but Osamodas in this case is Agility. Okay, going the Wrath. And then I'm gonna, I think, advance a little bit closer to kill this. Okay, I did buff myself the accumulation. There are occasions where I'm not doing it, but when I think like I can give myself this opportunity, then I'm buffing it, but not always. It's not always the case. Okay, there Iliochop is playing. I believe it's like pushback. It's like chance pushback from what I remember, and is doing quite a bit of a damage on me. And here is kind of like regret sometimes where it was like at the start. Regret that I maybe should have played with the Rykke build, the classic strength instead of my own build, but it's gonna be totally fine. You can tell it by the fact that I'm showing this video in the first place. So I have Eniripsa strength, and I believe it's strength AP reduction Feka in my team. Enemy team is also strength Eniripsa, regular strength both of the Eniripsas, which is in my opinion one of the best Eniripsas and the safest to play. And agility also, which right now, as for the current Osamodas, it's the worrisome element, even though the guy is doing quite a bit of damage. I'm not gonna lie. Given that the Osamodas actually can do pretty decent damage, although for the damage it's better like the chance, in my opinion, to like stack up the poisons. I mean, okay, it doesn't matter because Osamodas is at the moment about to be reworked, so let's not talk about what's good on Osa. I'm getting Feka shield from the Feka. And my Feka is rushing in. I believe he's gonna lock the Osamodas, and I'm thinking about what target I'm gonna go for. So yeah, so what is also good about Strength Rips is that they can decrease and increase the heals received. So decrease on the enemies and increase on the allies. And here I kind of drop like half my HP, which is a trouble. What you can notice, you're gonna realize right now, I'm playing with the adulation, not with the jump. And it's because of this map is kind of small, and I came to the conclusion that if the map is small and I think that I can play adulation, then it's 2 AP spell that can give me good mobility. And here I'm doing slight erosion and some damage already going for the Iliochop because he was like the nearest, and the Iliochop is gonna go obviously back to me. I got quite a bit of shield. I finished my turn with the Virtue. Okay, just one cast, it's not big of a deal. But yeah, he also got a bit AP reduced from the Feka, I guess that's why. And here any rips I believe should heal me right now. So yeah, I finished the turn with the Virtue to like stay safe because I saw how much vitality I'm going down. How quickly my vitality is going down. So better safe than sorry, right? And I still anyway got it pretty good job. On the turn 4 is going to be my Wrath. And yeah. So what else can I say? I'm mainly gonna focus on the Iliochop in this match. One thing that is also worth noticing in my kit is that I'm playing Gathering instead of the I believe it's Blowout. I think it's in French it's Shuffle spell, basically the 2 AP spell to like, you know, reposition someone. I'm not playing it, and okay, this is unlucky. -3 AP on this Golden Tofu. Very unfortunate glyph, let's say, but also unfortunate decision, I must say. Okay, my Feka, I'm not sure if I pinged it, but my Feka is going continuous on the Iliochop, which is fine because it's the target I want to be down. And I'm pinging him away because I'm gonna use this portal that is open to get myself closer to the Iliochop from the zone. Even though I'm gonna lose the MP buff, of course, and it's gonna go on cooldown. But yeah, I still will do. I still have outputting. Okay, their any rips is trying to keep the Iliochop a bit safer. Okay, so far very simple classic turns, and okay, 11-7, and I'm going through the portal, buffing and healing the Ilio, but it doesn't matter to me since the next turn is going to be rough. And now I'm like thinking if I don't wanna maybe cast Gathering to move him away, but now I just do the duel, and then I realize, oh wait, he's playing with the kicked ass boots, so they are pushing me away, so he's not gonna not do much on me. But they are going now to focus on the Feka, since he also got debuffed, I believe, on the second turn from by the Niripsa, by the enemy Niripsa. And so yeah, he's doing a little bit of a damage on it. My Niripsa is doing very nice job buffing the AP on us. Usually it's better, I would say, with the Vial, but to play. But I also was like playing with the Kuni, so maybe I shouldn't be saying much. But I feel like right now I also would prefer playing with the Vial rather than the Kuni on in 3v3. Okay, so I'm a bit out of the zone to get to the Iliochop, especially that I'm not playing jump. I mean, I can, like, you know, move away the Feka from this position where I am. Speaking of Feka, he's being a bit punished over here by the Osamodas. He's doing pretty decent damage. I'm gonna give him that. I mean, I already said actually on the start, so it doesn't matter too much. Okay, we continue still on the Iliochop. And we're gonna wait out until my turn, or let's say to the Niripsa, because on the Niripsa turn, okay, this gravity was unnecessary. Also, when I did duel, I wasn't 100% sure if he not gonna, like, you know, put the portal behind him and then do like something insolence to like push him away and get through the portal, because I believe gravity is not blocking it, but like something like unmovable state, I think, is blocking it, from what I remember. Okay, so now Niripsa is pushing me away. Well, even if I had jump, I would have gravity from the duel right now, so I wouldn't be able to move. But this is where the Gathering comes in. I'm moving away both Niripsa and Feka. and I'm now stacking up the Sylvan to the full, and here goes the Wrath. Boom! And in such a cases, that's why I'm playing Gathering. Even if it's 3 AP spell, I would say it's way more convenient for like such a repositioning of the targets if it's needed. And any Ripsa was locking me. Obviously, I couldn't much really to get closer to it. Yeah, I decided to move both of them away. I think maybe even if I pushed away, if I moved the Feka would have been enough, but doesn't matter in here. Anyway, it was a good zone, and Iliochop is down. And with that, me being alive and my Wrath is just calmly like stacking up. My Feka is still okay, in a good spot. Now they are damaging on me, which is totally fine to me, because, you know, I have still any reefs, I still have Feka. But I think in this case, this is the moment where I wanted my Feka to kind of like, I was hoping that it's gonna like, you know, give me invulnerabilities, because any Ripsa can kill me. And yes, they're gonna make a good point that any Ripsa can debuff the invulnerabilities, but the debuff is 5 spell and it's gonna do low damage since it's a chance spell for 5 AP. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to kind of explain on the chat. But I feel like it doesn't matter. I feel like any Ripsa, I believe, is not gonna still finish me. It's still, yeah, Ivory, and I'm 3 AP, and yeah, it's still alive, fortunately. And yeah, I'm gonna just go focus Virtue myself, and then do, okay, and any Rips already left, and so did Osa. GG. Okay, and this is the match why I'm even making this video with the Iop, of course, so you saw it probably already on the thumbnail. Doing the Virtue, doing the Wrath, Friction to pull the Osamodas, and whenever they're going to hit him, they're going to advance themselves by 2 souls. But yeah, mainly just I pulled it for the Virtue. So playing with the Persecution in this match. And this time I'm playing with the meta build that everybody is playing, and this is like most recommended, most solid build. And so this match is gonna be very, very interesting. They have PVM Kara, very low res, no Prytech. Okay, the res is maybe not as that bad as I'm looking right now on the screen. We have a pushback Foggernot. They have an Iripsa with the Premium, so no damage even from the pushback, which I didn't even know that even it like blocks the pushback damage. But okay, usually like damage reduction reduces just like regular damage. And here goes the effect of the Recaral, 200 shields because it was on the maximum distance. So I lost pretty much, what, 130 shields only. This is the same Osamodas that we seen in the previous match, and so the same agility one. So yeah, the Iop is, from what I remember, is the strength. I don't remember what was the Ripsa. I usually like rewatch the matches before like commenting on them, but not in this case. Okay, here goes the Virtue, here goes also the Friction, just the way I did, except I did on my on all of my 3 allies. But yeah, now there is a Replizer on Ripsa, but I'm like thinking, what is even the good target here? I'm again playing Adulation in this match, but yeah, I'm gonna do Outpouring, I think. Yes, okay. So I'm going for the Ripsa anyways, which I'm not really a fan of, because okay, and the Vitality, because why not? But yeah, I'm not really fan of hitting this Ripsa because I'm losing my entire MP, sorry, and nobody is going to debuff it from me. Okay, it was the Agility Ripsa. So it's kind of awful to actually hit this target, but I went for it anyways. And so the start is not ideal, let's say that. The start is very, I would say, even kind of awful. I feel like that something else could have been a target. I should have probably play jump here instead of Adulation, but again, I was like looking at the Kra, because Kra can gravity me, of course, so, and it was a small map, so I'm thinking, okay, Adulation shouldn't be much of a trouble, right? Well, I feel like jump could have been better here overall, but let's focus on what we have now. Now this stack turret, I think this Ripsa is like, what, 0 pushback resistance, if not negative by now, and the stack turret was hitting quite weak. This Foggernot overall, we're gonna see probably on the chat, trying like to like flame me a bit, and then I was like replying to him, but yeah, okay, whatever. We continue still on the Ripsa, hearing it just like that. Okay, at least it's Ripsa is eroded, so it is kind of like in a bit of trouble, receiving quite a bit of damage. And this is where I kind of stopped looking from what I remember on the stream. And I think he's gonna jump on my Foggernaut, yep. And he's gonna cast his Prayers of Wrath and already does quite a bit of damage and does, yep, melts down a bit my Foggernaut. Now here I'm going Adulation to boost myself MP and get closer to the target, but I'm already looking. I was thinking that I'm not gonna do enough damage, so I'm going like, okay, maybe I'm gonna put the Strategist, and then I'm gonna hit that the Any Ripsa with double Pygmacia, but I misclicked the spell. But I think I misclicked and I clicked Tumult instead because I was lacking of the time, and I wanted to kill it because I knew that suddenly, oh, my Foggernaut is dead. And he then blames it on me. Maybe I'm not sure if I could have killed him in that zone, but I don't think I could have. And well, I didn't have yeah, seriously, nope. It's fine because the results of this match are going to be very interesting. I kind of wanted to like maybe thinking if I don't want to maybe censor the shot, but you know what? Screw it. So. Any Ripsa is still on low HP. We are left with Osamoda's 2v3 right now. Osa, I think maybe should take down this. Yeah, it's gonna take down the Any Ripsa right now. So we know that Iop turn is like right after, as Iop Wrath turn is right after my Wrath turn. And now, okay, now this match turns into 2v2. So we have the PvM Kra. You know what? If somebody, this guy is maybe playing very squishy build. 3.6k is very low. It's Omni Kra. If you know, you're playing Omni Kra, it's not obviously good. But if your teammates are just, you know, the way they are, like in my case, kind of clueless how PvP works, and they don't, like for example, you know, this Osamoda's not playing the greatest build as well, then Omni Kra can do massive damage, and it's kind of scary. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going, I think, to try to keep the. I'm going to focus on the on the. Oh yeah, because it was the Wrath turn, and I'm using the Wrath on their Iop. I don't wanna right now to try to even save my Osamodas. I'm just focusing on trying to take them down as the best I possibly can, and hoping that maybe we somehow, at least, even if like Iop dies and for a little bit Osamoda survives, I was like in my mind, okay, this is like not the lost game. I'm playing Sylvan, I have the map is small, I'm playing Rykke, and I know that at the back of my head that no matter what happens, if I'm gonna be left in 1v1, then possibly on this particular map I'm not gonna get that hard kited, and I may sustain, especially I was saying he will not have any erosion, and he will and I have the Rykke plus Sylvan, which will make me sustain a lot, plus obviously the overall Iop kit, which is the Vitality, Virtue, all of that. You're gonna see the results. And their Iop, okay, is going for the Osamodas. Slowly, it's very on the edge. And I'm now doing the Virtue, trying to keep Osa alive, moving it away. And what? And breaking the... I'm being... yeah. Okay, don't mind me what I'm typing on the chat, okay? But at the same time, I must admit I'm right here, okay? This was like a budget, a pushback build, I must say. But the guy, I believe, already left. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure. I'm disabling the chat, and I'm trying like to focus on the match. And so yeah, there's still winter condition despite this inconvenience, which you guys gonna see. I mean, it's gonna be. Oh, you're gonna see. It's gonna be crazy to watch that. Trying to still, yeah, going all on the Iop. Iop has got already like the vitality buffs, I believe, from what I was checking. And I didn't. I used one on mine, but mine I think dropped already by now, if I'm not mistaken. So now his Wrath is up, and he's not going to use it on. He's going to use it obviously on me, I believe. No, okay. Oh wait, he did. He had minus AP turn, and so okay, he did duel on me, pushes me away, and I'm going taking the advantage, going closer. and then trying to do damage with the strategist using hammer churn. Okay. Derka not playing absolute acuteness. This is something also that I kept in mind. And here we go. I'm left 2v1, and by now I believe both Poggernot and Osamoda's left, which you guys gonna see at the end of this match. And Deren and Lipsa will leave too. So these 3 players, they are the only remaining till the end of the match. These 3 alive: me, Str Iop, and Kra. Okay, and here I'm mainly saying, okay, if I take down this Iop, I keep at the back of my head, then I possibly have a chance to win. I'm checking his vitality, and here I have only 7 AP left because of also AP reduction. Doing the friction, little hit, and 800 HP. Right now I think I'm not sure if he's dying on this turn or it's going to be on the next turn. I feel like the vitality maybe had 2 turns from now. Yeah, he's not gonna die yet. Let's see. He's gonna damage me instead, the best he can. And you know, everybody would think like, okay, this is pretty much game over. But yeah, okay. And here I'm also poisoned. I don't even know from I'm poisoned, but okay, I'm checking and I'm going safe turn. I just put the Grunop's Lightning to proc the Sylvan, and I know already that this Iop, I did also the duel on the Iop, just to not receive any damage at the moment. And here we go. This is the time where I'm trying to take advantage of the most broken, completely unbalanced 1v1 egg, especially 1v1. And in this scenario, you guys can see why Sylvan is not only so expensive, not only so hard to get, but why is it so pretty much best egg for 1v1, especially for such a classes as Iop. I'm literally just advancing Coward and outputting just like that. And I'm chilling, doing shields on myself. Rykke also is giving me shields because of I'm being hit on the maximum distance. Vitality, which also as I'm stacking while having some of my vitality eroded, it's still increasing the HP I'm receiving. And as you can see, from being like 200 HP, I'm like 4.2k, but still, this is the madness of both Sylvan and Rykke. It's just the madness to have this. And I'm still playing safe. I'm trying to slowly get closer, and I'm also putting friction on myself, so whenever the crab will try to hit me, he will get closer to me, right? That's the whole point. And trying to safely somehow try to find the zones where he maybe will not get me, you know, where I'm gonna have an opportunity to get closer to him, such as spells like Judgment Arrow, but shouldn't be a thing in 3v3 as well, from any crap player. Even if you're playing strong, Judgment Arrow is not ideal, and especially it was double cast, so he got like double pulled because of one spell. So yeah, he's still trying to put me as you know, away, like, okay, I'm here I'm still trying to keep in mind that I'm on vitality. I'm trying to keep my stack up my I have breath in the right moment. I'm just standing, getting 500 heals for free. I'm not going to receive really damage. I think, oh yeah, the poison before was before the Str Iop died was from the poisonous yeah, basically from the arrow from Crab. And here we go, still trying to keep me away. I'm getting a bit closer. And here I have like 11 AP, so I decided to put Strategist a bit next to the Crab and slowly do already somewhat of the damage. So already slowly we are like tickling him for now. This is just a tickling. But the creme de la creme is going to be at the end of the match. But yeah, because of that, so this is basically knowing your limits. Obviously, the fact that I have a busted stuff and busted kit to use that all together is giving me this opportunity, knowing my limits, that I can actually win this game. So that PVM crowd that normally should be like focused as a first target, if you have opportunity for that, is the last one standing. And yeah, the enemy Iop is probably just staring, and this guy is just giving me, by standing in this corner, is also giving me just a free zone to get to him. And slowly this is going to be the end, because I'm going now to get next to him, wrap him, and you can see the power of both. As I said, the T-Egg and this legendary cloak, this is just madness. And here we are about to finish it. Clutch 2v1. GG, hey, on the chat. And that will be it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed and maybe even learned something from any of these fights. Now that last fight was very something, and I'm glad that I was streaming that, because now I could put it on my YouTube channel. Now, if you also enjoyed it, give it a like, of course, and if you like my content, if you want to see more PvP in the future, then subscribe as well, join the Discord server, which is in the description, and also follow me on my Twitch channel. That will be it. Thanks for watching. Take care.